Hello everybody and welcome to another video on the Pole Position YouTube channel. Yes, I know it has been a while, but I thought with the beginning of the new season, the F1 is back. The 2022 season is just about to begin in Bahrain. I thought I would do a quick preview video for the Bahrain Grand Prix and give my thoughts on who I think will win the first race of the season. So without further ado, let's get into it. So of course we've had a lot of news hanging around Formula 1 recently. Of course we've had Kevin Magnussen coming back into the sport. We are losing Kimi Raikkonen this year. Obviously new driver changes, rookies coming in this year as well in terms of Guan Yu Zhou, and obviously Alex Albon is coming back for Williams as well. But in terms of obviously testing, we've seen dramatic changes from Barcelona to Bahrain. Of course we've seen a different car for Mercedes. They went for a completely different concept from Barcelona to Bahrain, and in terms of that, Max Verstappen obviously topped the times at testing. I think Kevin Magnussen in the Haas also looked quick, but in terms of Formula 1 testing, as we always know, the actual times don't really matter at all. It'll only matter once we come to this qualifying session on Saturday to see where actually we are in terms of the race order for the teams and the actual performance of the cars. Obviously Mercedes have looked like it's a little bit more of a difficult car this year as well, but of course if obviously you are an avid Formula 1 fan, you of course know that last year Mercedes looked like they were struggling at the beginning of the season and then went on to win the Constructors' Championship and almost winning the Drivers' Championship. But I won't go into much detail about that, of course, because it is a sour point for some Formula 1 fans still. But looking into this year, obviously brand new regulations, the cars look good, the liveries look good, the actual designs look quite nice this year, and we're hoping that we're going to have better overtaking with cars being able to follow. Aerodynamics obviously have changed a lot more towards ground effect than obviously showing more aerodynamics on the car. A lot of it is now underneath the car, and making the car stick to the tarmac. So the cars obviously do look a lot more different than they have been over the last few seasons or so. So yeah, it does look like it's going to be a great season. I can't wait for qualifying and obviously the Bahrain Grand Prix on Sunday, which of course we will be doing a race watch along on the Let's Talk Sport YouTube channel as well. So go and check that out and join us for that. But in terms of my race predictions, I think obviously this could be completely wrong because of course we don't know the true performance of any of the teams so far, but I still feel like Mercedes will be up there, but I think Max Verstappen may get pole in terms of qualifying because his timings did look good in testing, even though I know I've just said ignore that. It did look pretty quick. I think 7/10 off the person in second place. Obviously Mercedes weren't doing quick times, so like I said, testing normally is irrelevant in terms of the times, but Max Verstappen did look good, so I still feel like he's going to bring that in. He's going to be still determined to get that second World Championship this season, so I feel like he will get pole position this time around. I think Lewis Hamilton will be second, so obviously don't discount Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes just yet. I think George Russell will finish third in terms of qualifying, with Sergio Perez fourth. The only people I'm not too sure about in terms of are Ferrari, because I feel like Ferrari are going to be a lot more consistent and in the top four. They're going to be fighting for a lot more podiums this year, hopefully alongside McLaren as well. But Ferrari may get in that mix. Although I've gone Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell and Perez, you may see Carlos Sainz or Charles Leclerc maybe mixing that order up a little bit. But because it's the first race, I'm being a little bit more conservative with my qualifying predictions and my race predictions as well. So in terms of qualifying, I think Verstappen, Hamilton and Russell. In terms of going into the race, of course anything can happen in terms of the race, but I still feel like Max Verstappen may take this race win, and then it'll be interesting to see whether we still have Hamilton and Russell finishing in the same position as well, whether we see a bit of on-track battling between the two Mercedes in the first race. Of course, with it being the first race, they should be allowed to race each other. So it may be that maybe Hamilton and Russell swap positions. Will Hamilton defend George Russell as much as he would Verstappen, for example? It is a brand new partnership, a brand new team. We may see some sparks flying throughout this first couple of races or so. So I may stick with the same order that I'm going for with qualifying. So I'm going to say Verstappen to win the race, Hamilton to come second, George Russell to come third. But like I said, don't forget the two Ferraris in there as well, possibly the McLaren McLarens, and then who knows, anybody else could be in there. We literally do not know for this season. New regulations, new aerodynamics on the cars as well, some new driver lineups. It could be completely different to what I'm going with, but I'm being a little bit conservative in my first predictions. It may be different come next week in Saudi Arabia. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to be on pole position for the race on Sunday? Who do you think is going to win the race at the end? Will it be Max Verstappen? Will it be Lewis Hamilton? Could it be one of their teammates, George Russell or Sergio Perez? Let me know in the comment section down below. We will be posting a lot more videos back on the channel now Formula 1 is starting again. And like I said, don't forget to check out the Let's Talk Sport YouTube channel for the live race watch along this weekend as well. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. See you soon.